It is now my distinct honor, my privilege, to welcome John McEnroe to the studio. I've been waiting for this, pal.
You're so full of it. Right?
Yeah, you think so? What am I like in the commercial?
In terms of you waiting for me all this time for me to come on the set, this is the biggest set I've ever seen, I think. Is this a tennis event or the Last Supper?
I'm sitting in the middle, which means I'm in trouble. You got to call it. What did you see from Zverev? How impressed were you?
Well, first of all, Zverev's under more pressure than he ever had in his life because he should win this, obviously, right? It's right there for the taking. There's no Carlos, no Yannick, no Novak. So if he doesn't win it, there's a lot of us thinking, correct me if I'm wrong. Panel, you're doing a great job, by the way. I've been watching the whole time, the first week especially. Adam, you've been doing a great job, okay?
Really?
Yeah, you have been.
Thank you.
You bring
I thought there was
energy.
a but there, so I wasn't
Oh,
sure.
no, there's no but. You guys are, you bring some youth and some energy, and you were here in the sauna the first week. I love saunas, but I don't like it when I'm doing it on camera. So I got to commend you guys. And, Zverev, he came out tight the last couple of matches, but he stepped up big. I mean, that serve is, well, this guy, biggest server in the history. Sam, you could serve pretty big also, but this guy backs it up with some serious groundies also. So to me, the way he's serving and actually stepping into forehands is what we've been waiting for, I think, for the past 2, 3, 4 years, to finally do this, to get over the hump, and I think he's going to do it. Anyone disagree with me?
No, I agree with you. The serving, we mentioned it before you came on here.
Ladies,
you called the
disagree. You said Casper Ruud was going to win the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, but Casper's out, so now I get to change my pick.
I mean, we can't listen to Sam. Sam said that Medvedev was going to win.
You said that Svitolina was going to win.
I mean, she at least made the quarter.
No.
John gets here.
Did you say Medvedev was going to win the tournament?
No, I said he was the biggest threat to Sinner.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. But you're right.
Biggest threat to Sinner. Interesting.
But we were just, before you got here, John, we're talking about serving that well and then backing it up with the rest of his game. And to be that tall and move around that well and return that well, he's the tallest, best returner I've ever seen in my life. The way how quiet he keeps his body for being so big is so impressive. He's moving around. That match point is indicative of how he's playing so far in this tournament. Sliding forehand winner straight up the line. He's got everything right now. He's got 2 days off. He probably would only prefer 1 day off. But he's looking good. It's his tournament to lose for sure.
But I agree with John. I mean, he's had so much pressure on him, and you felt it, especially in the last match. Today, I felt like he came out that he was nervous, but then he kind of figured it out, and then it was smooth sailing from there. It's almost like watching our Knicks play, So much pressure to do well. Now it's our time to win.
They're your Knicks
I like
also?
that.
Yeah, my husband
Her
played
husband
there.
played for the Knicks. Okay.
I know. He also played for the Warriors, so I wasn't sure. Okay, but hey, congratulations on the finals.
He also played for the Spurs as well.
Oh yeah, how you gonna handle that?
But he was the captain of the Knicks. and
Okay, there you
that's
go,
where
there
he
you
got
go.
drafted.
Deal. I want to put Rafa, I want to give him his credit, Hodar, what he did in this tournament, making a name going from 707 in the world last year to the quarterfinals this year. From what you saw today and also what you saw from the tournament, what future does he have ahead of him?
I mean, the future's incredibly bright, but hopefully for the kids listening, especially at my tennis academy, look what this kid did. He didn't sort of jump to the pros immediately. I think it affected Fonseca in a negative way, the expectation. He's finally coming into his own, but he went to UVA for a year, sort of got to be around kids his own age, grow up a little bit on his own, not have the pressure, the spotlight on him. And so he's developed in a more normal way. I highly recommend that, especially now that you get paid to play college tennis.
Pretty sweet.
So that's another reason not to have to jump to the pros right away. So this is, it's a great, everything you've seen from him leads you to believe he's going to win majors.
You could see how important momentum is, too. Kind of came out of nowhere 3 months ago, started playing well, and it was like a snowball effect, right? He got better and better each match he played. He's won the most clay court matches this season, I think
right up there with Sinner.
And so you can make that, when things click, it seems like they click fast in tennis. You see players on the men's side and the women's side go kind of from sometimes, 100, 200 in the world to top 50 in a span of 6 to 8 months.
You mentioned Fonseca. Man, there was a lot of pressure from the Brazilian fans. When is he going to reach it? You knock off Djokovic, coming back from down 0-2. You follow it up by knocking off a 2-time finalist in Casper Ruud. And now we're hyping up night match Chatrier. Could this be the year for him?
That's a question that a lot of us have, including myself, wondering how much is in the tank. You know, if he can get through. Menchik's been through the, the dryer, the washer dryer as well. He's ain't exactly fresh too. But those are the two guys that, if you said to me a year and a half ago, who the next, who's going to be that third guy after Alcaraz Sinner, I'd throw those two guys in the mix. So sort of appropriate those two are playing. Fonseca he was all offense, but he's learning to play defense. You got to do that in today's game, be able to do both. It's becoming more normal to see a ball hit at like Mach speed. Alcaraz's forehand, you look up to guys like that. I'm thinking Fonseca is like, I got to try to top this guy. Menchik, by the way, brings it also. He's got a huge serve. So this is an extremely interesting match. And the good news, actually, because I think John hit on something, these guys will be happy to get 2 days off. They've been through a lot, whereas Zverev's on sort of this roll. He's lost one set the entire tournament, so it'll give him more time to feel the pressure.
To your point, Zverev has played an extra match than Fonseca and has been on the court for 3 hours less than Fonseca. Testament to what Fonseca's gone through.
Absolutely, but I think it's assuring to these two players playing tonight that they know that they can go out there completely empty the tank like they have all tournament, and they get 2 days off to recover against Zverev, which would be a huge benefit to whoever wins this match.
Johnny Mac, when you came on, you exploded on the scene. You never looked back. And I'm sure you've seen over the years a lot of young players come up and try to have a similar meteoric rise. What do you look for to see if a kid can go from potential to production? What are the things that you really zone in on?
I certainly like where their head's at, how they're handling the situation. And it happened to me pretty quickly. But at the same time, there was talk at me, I'm sure with all you guys, 12, 13, hey, this guy could be something. So I remember when I was 14 years old, Adam, there was an article written, I lost in the round of 16 of the National Indoors. You remember where that was?
No.
Neither do I. It was in Chicago. And some guy wrote, he said, I saw some kid play who's going to be #1 in the world in 5 to 7 years. I'm like, he can't possibly be talking about me. So then all of a sudden I came, I was making advances. I remember carrying rackets on the airplane, hoping someone would go, you a tennis player?
Right.
And I could say, yeah, I'm the #2 player in the nation in the 16 and unders. And then, I came to Wimbledon. I was the #1 junior here at 18 years old. But still no one knows who the hell you are. No one knew who the hell I was when I got to the semis of Wimbledon. Yeah. Maybe my favorite one. I think one of the best decisions I made after that is I continued to play the pro circuit over the summer, but I went to college. I was 21 in the world when I entered college. I don't think there'd be a whole lot of players at this point who would say, I'm 21 in the world, and I'm still going to sort of feel it out and sort of be around kids my age and feel there's a pressure being like Hodar felt in college. It's a different atmosphere, not a bad idea to go there. I wasn't getting any money. I didn't even get money for food, but now they're getting paid, so there's more reason to potentially stay.
Yeah.
So there's all these things sort of come together, but the players that sort of like don't look overwhelmed and have the ability to sort of rebound quickly physically, like their bodies are sort of attuned to this, because it's a big change going from best of 3 to best of 5. But believe it or not, in my day, back in the dark age, you played best of 5 in some of the junior events in the final. The Nationals was best of 5, the grass courts, best of 5. So you sort of were like, oh my God, this is crazy how difficult this is. The jump is insane.
We got a chance when we watched Fonseca versus Djokovic to face someone that he believes was the greatest and then go toe-to-toe and afterwards have that moment with him, with his team afterwards in the tunnel. There was a release. Was there a match like that for you where you got to face someone that felt like a giant, and after you faced, you went, I belong here. This is human. I'm human. I can do this.
The first giant I really played in my day was Jimmy Connors. So that was the year that I was 18 and got to the semis at Wimbledon. And I had never met him, so I went up feebly in the locker room because I was in the B locker room. They have like the low lives are in the B life. If you make it big, you get to the big time. Mr. Connors, John McEnroe walked right by me.
Wow.
Just blew me off completely. And I was like, oh my God, I've lost already. I was just like, this is the worst.
I can't believe I said hi.
No, it was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know, this guy just, you know, you saw Djokovic, you know, hugging Fonseca. You're the next guy, you know, and this guy was like, get the hell out of here. But it also taught me something, you know, and I got to figure this out pretty quick. I lost that match, but I sort of started to get an understanding of what it was like when you started competing against guys that don't want you to, you know, be able to beat them.
Yeah.
And you have to sort of figure it out. So that was, but I'm trying to think of the win. The win I had, I think actually was another loss. You know, when I lost to Borg at Wimbledon and I lost that final, and I thought to myself, I had him, you know, win this famous tiebreaker, at least famous with me, tiebreaker. We're going to go to the highlights now. No,
Hold on. They're etching them in stone.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
You believe that a guy is coming the second round? This guy just can throw that out there? And I won the tiebreaker, and I sat 2 sets on. I got this guy. You know, the guy's won 4 straight. Why would he want to win 5? You know, I'm hungrier. I want it more. And he showed me, he taught me something, that you can find that gear that we're seeing in a way more often in this tournament. We've seen almost for a long time, guys digging deep, especially in this heat. So even though we don't have, like, Alcaraz and Sinner went out early and Djokovic, there's going to be something memorable about this French Open.
Absolutely. Shaq always says for him, when he tells me, there was a time where Patrick Ewing shot it and he almost blocked it. And he went, wow, I'm only that far away. And that's Patrick Ewing. Have you guys had that moment? Was there someone you went against that you went, I can be a real pro and maybe be #1 one day?
Yeah, for me, I think it was maybe 2007. I was 17 or 18, I think. I played Serena in a warm-up tournament before Australian Open. And, you know, obviously I'd watched Serena and Venus play growing up, and they were my heroes. And I had match points against Serena. And I just remember one of the match points, she hadn't made a drop shot, and I don't know that she's made a drop shot since, that kind of topped the net and came over. And then I ended up losing the match 7-6 in the third, and that really hurt. And she just came up to me at the net afterwards, and she goes, it wasn't your time yet. Your time is coming, but not yet. This is my day. And I'm
And
here.
even though you lost, it was everything.
Yeah, because I felt like, all right, I'm close. You know, I can play. If I can play up against Serena, if I can have match points against her, I can certainly beat everyone else.
Sure.
Because she's, you know, obviously the greatest of all time on the female side.
Can't wait to watch her in a few weeks in Queens. What about you, Sloan?
Oh, we're going moment by moment.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, we're
I
in
think
chic Fonseca. We got time.
we do. Mine was, I got a wild card in Indian Wells. It was my first real, like, big deal, and I played Vera Zvonareva, and I thought I was going to lose like 0-0. I was like, for sure, I don't even know how I got the wild card. And I played one of the best matches like of my life. And I was so happy and I was so proud. And I just remember being like, I was so afraid for what? I was so scared. Why? Like, I had no idea. And then that was like a moment that I was like, oh, I actually do belong here. And Vera was like so nice to me. And was like,
They see the potential.
they're always so nice, and then they still beat you, but it's fine.
Yeah. Before you guys go, we found some old footage, John. Let's take a look. I think we got you versus. I'm sorry. 1984 rolling guys.
And we want to show this.
No, I'm sorry, dude.
Why don't we show match point down? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, no, I didn't even know how it went. I didn't even know how this
We
went.
have
I'm
the
sure you
worst
didn't.
highlight cutters here of all time.
So they showed the one point where I'm up 2-0 and losing the final. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it.
I didn't
Don't
know it.
expect me back. You can kiss my ass.
I love you so much. Like,
Yeah,
this
sure
is,
you
this is
do.
a true thrill for
Yeah.
me.
Why don't you show me losing first round of my last French? Yeah. Oh, my God.
Do you have a story for us? Please say it.
Yeah, I remember mine. It was Indian Wells as well. I got a wild card when I was high school. I played James Blake first
Wow.
round. I think at the time he was maybe ranked 5 or 6 in the world, and I won the first set. I remember thinking in my head, I'll be 5 in the world by the end of school. Oh, you guys aren't that good. Rain delay, went off the court for a couple hours, came back out, just got wiped off the court, and as you know, never even made the top 10. So, but there was a moment there
Did make
where
the
I
top
thought I
11.
was going to be 1 in the world for about an hour.
All right, is there wrap us up with this?
I'm just going to defer to the Grand Slam champions on either side. I don't have any stories that could add up to the Slam champs there and this list.
Well, then I got another
You
question
have
for
the 70, 68.
I
and
do,
the 50.
but that wasn't like.
So I was,
wasn't a moment
I was
that-
playing in my second round match at the French Open in 1977. So you can put that in stone also. I was playing on a court right here before they tore it down to put this lame-ass
the bull ring.
studio
The
in here.
bull ring?
Brother, don't
Not the
insult
bull ring, another court, court 7.
Oh, it was even before
I'm
that.
playing a seated player. You know, I get up 2-1. In those days, there was an automatic, like, 10-minute break. I think I got the guy. You know, the guy comes out in the fourth set. He's almost serving underhand. I'm like, how the hell can I lose this guy? Break the guy. First game, 2-1 in a break. Phil Dent was his name.
Yeah.
Probably none of you remember him.
Yeah, Phil Dent.
His son played.
Taylor.
Absolutely.
Somehow I end up losing the match. There's like 6 or 7 horrible calls, right? I know this is hard to believe. In my favor. Every one of them was in my favor. And I'm like, I can't take these calls. So each and every time. You may be amazed to know this, sir.
This is incredible.
That I said, I can't take these points because it's not right. We got to play a let.
You just refused them.
I said, I can't, let's play a let. You know, that's not right. These balls this far in, they're calling it out. I'm like, God, if it's like this forever, I'll be golden. So I end up, I'm down 5-3 in the 5th set. And I'm like, wait a minute, this hasn't been reciprocated like the other side. I'm like, so I'm bumming out. I lose the match. He puts his arm around me. He goes, son, this is the pros now. If you want to, if you feel like you got shortchanged, you got to go complain to the umpire. 4 weeks later, I'm playing the quarters of Wimbledon. This is the run when I'm 18 years old. Who am I playing? Phil Dent. Something goes off in the head. Now it's time for Johnny Mack to start questioning calls.
Wow. That was when it started?
And the rest is history.
Unbelievable.
And I was 2-1 in a breakdown and won the match against him. So we reversed it.
Wow.
And he said after the match, son, you're a pain in the ass.
Phil Dent, thank you for causing
you,
this,
Phil.
Johnny Mack.
Yeah.
Because the production staff wants to apologize. So how about this? 1981
It's a little
U.S.
late.
Open.
Oh, God.
Look how
Yeah, thank
HD
you.
that footage
Oh,
is.
maybe I could move a little bit then.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dice.
Look how hard we're hitting it. Jesus Christ.
As many buttons on that as you are right now.
What's better? The way the shorts. I mean, ladies, come on. Give us some cute kudos for those shorts.
The shorts,
please.
the open V-neck.
David Lee, I recall, didn't he have short shorts?
No, he had the baggy ones past the knees. Yeah, that was.
Did you ever, I mean, you
I like
guys
the
down
short
on the shorts? The shorts are cool. They
I
show
like
off
it.
those
Isn't it
quads,
Menchik?
you know,
He
come
has
on.
those short shorts.
Yeah.
And we have,
Oh, there's a lot of short
Tommy
shorts.
Paul wears
Tommy
the short
Paul,
shorts.
They get shorter.
Thomas
after that.
Mahash, he's trying to
Mahatch
keep it
is
on.
out of control. Yeah.
I didn't realize how short shorts could get until I watched Mahatch on day 2 at Shot
It is quite a look. I mean, I just hope they brings it back at some point. But, you know, thanks for having me. Thanks for
This was
showing
a
me
true
up.
pleasure.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this over and over. Johnny Mack, he's a big winner. Give it up, Johnny
did win
Mack.
some.
Yeah, you think you did all right.
You're the best, pal.